What's good, boys? So in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you guys exactly on how I made my student Tane $44,000 in just 90 days. Just to go ahead and show you guys the proof right here, 44K. I'm gonna refresh it so you guys can also see $44,862.40. Now, for those who don't know, this here is him. He is an influencer. He has 10K followers. Same thing with the clothing brand, almost 15,000 followers. I'm pretty sure you guys probably seen these backpacks before. This is his most viral product. And for those who do not know who I am, my name is JoJo. I am the owner of John Gas, Wonder Bloody, and I am creating a new brand called Misfits Chaos, starting for completely scratch. I'm gonna be documenting the whole entire process of me starting it from beginning to end and literally showing everybody throughout the next couple months of me strategizing, me scaling, and also I'm gonna be making $10,000 in just one single month, the first drop. Now, I've been in the clothing brand industry for like 3-4 years now. And to be honest with you, 10K are low-key petty numbers to me. But first, I'm gonna start off with 10K just as the minimum goal. But to be honest, between you and I low-key wanna get it to like 50,000 the first month. It's definitely not impossible. I hit 50, 60K months with my brands before, but only because it is a total new clothing brand with literally 13 followers on it. Our first month's probably gonna look like 10 to 20K. But anyways, boys, in this video, I'm gonna be literally telling you guys exactly on how I brought Tane from stuck, making only $4,000 per month, to now making over $10,000. And just last month, we hit a record breaking of 25K. But now from April 13th through May 13th, right here, May 13th, we made a total of $26,319. I'm gonna refresh it again so you guys can see, $23,319.64. So now that I showed you guys the proof, let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm gonna give you guys some backstory real quick on me and Tane's relationship. So Tane, he modeled for my clothing brand back in 2025 when I was making around 40, 50K a month. And I was, reaching out to influencers, and Tane really caught my attention. I liked his style. He had a really solid fan base. I said, yo, Tane, I want to send you out one of my chains. It's going super viral. Let me go ahead and send it out to you, post it up on your Instagram, make some content for me, like reels, etc. He ended up posting it, sent it over to me. I was like, okay, cool. These pictures are really good. I ended up running them as ads, and believe it or not, but off of that one ad, I ended up making around like $12,000 to $15,000 just off of that one ad of him wearing my chain. And that's when I understood, like, whoa, his influence is really good. So I was like, what if it's just because it's a viral product? So I took like one of my least viral products. It was a green hoodie. I sent it out to him, and he got me back the content very, very quick, like literally less than a week. And from there, I was like, okay, his turnaround time's like really fast. So he ended up sending me back the content. I ran that as an ad, and it ended up making me around $8,000, which, keep in mind that that product was literally not really selling like that for me. So from there, I understood, okay, his influence is really, really good. So from there, I just kept in contact with him. It was nothing, OD. It was, like every couple months I'll talk to him. I remember he made his first 10K in like, I think it was like summer of 2025. And then after that, everything started going downhill. 10K drops were now $4,000 drops. And even back in February, before me and him actually started working together, his drop literally got no sales. Now, one day he ended up giving me a call. He was like, yo, JoJo, I might need you to go ahead and work on my clothing brand. I said, okay, no problem. Go ahead and call me back in 30 minutes. He ended up calling me back. I got a full rundown of everything with his clothing brand. I had no idea that I was like low-key dropping, because remember, we only talked like every couple of months. Like it was back in like, I think it was like July or August. I called him up and I said, yo, congratulations for hitting your first 10K. And I think that was really the last time I talked to him from there. So like I said, he called me on February of this year, 2026. So literally just like 4 months ago or something. And he was like, look, my drop did bad. I be seeing you literally popping, ripping crazy numbers on Instagram. Let me go ahead and, let's just lock in. So I ended up going ahead and accepting him. I looked at his clothing brand. I looked at his website, first of all. I looked at his structure, backend system, SMS, his flows, his automations, literally everything that you can think of. And I noticed a lot of things. But the main one that stood out to me the most was his products were really good. But for some reason, there was hardly any new customers coming in. It was more like existing customers. So I noticed that he built a good reputation for himself, because if he's pulling at 4K with existing customers, he must have a really good fan base. But the structure was just not there. And now let me explain. The website, it was just a website. There was nothing high converting about it. And there's two different type of websites. There's a regular website and a high converting website. And in other words, a high converting website is made by a web developer. This is not something that someone who just looks at Shopify for the first time just goes ahead and creates. It's literally nearly impossible because there are certain funnels on that website that all work together in order for it to be high converting. So it's, like I said, it's nearly impossible for someone just to go ahead and make a high converting website. You genuinely need someone to go ahead and do that for you. Now, like I said, I've been in the clothing brand industry for like 3-4 years, bro. I literally seen everything from bad to good to mid to horrible to really good. I seen it all. I've been in tons of mentorships, going ahead and getting taught X, Y, and Z, getting scammed out of mentorships. I've seen it all. So the first thing I went ahead and did is change the website. And as you guys can see right here, it is June 2nd. So yes, this website here has been in place for a while now. We were literally just ripping crazy numbers. Let's go ahead and check to see what we made in the last 30 days. We made $12,000 in the last 30 days. And as you guys can see right here, from May 3rd, all the way down until May 20th, we literally stopped selling. We just completely stopped. We had to close the site because everything was getting sold out. Now he finally got his bulk order in and we're literally about to hit a crazy run. But more of the story, I first fixed the website. And if your sales are not doing good, understand that 80% of it can literally be your website. If your website is not built to be high converting, what makes you think that it's gonna convert any sales at all? I see a lot of people using these really bad websites like free Shopify themes, plain Jane themes, the FKX premium themes. It's like something that starts with an E. It's like really simple. I think it's like called like Etsy or something like that. Anyways, more of the story. Stay away from websites like that. You need to be building and getting high converting websites. After we got that in place, sales instantly boosted up. And I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you guys. This was about a week of us starting working together. We made $5,000 the first week. Now, if we go over to January, this was before he joined Fashion Wealth Inner Circle. He made about $4,000. Same thing back here, $4,000 in December. And if I'm not mistaken, about $8,000 in November. Now, within 2 weeks of us working together, February 14th through the 28th, $11,000, with our highest day being $1,300 with multiple 1K days, multiple of them. Like, yes, the list literally just goes on, multiple 1K days. And now this was not done by just guessing. Clearly it wasn't. We had all the same products, but this is what we changed. We changed the backend system and actually made it into a system so that we can pull in new customers without having to do anything. Let me go deeper into it. We first off started by setting up the SMS. The SMS was literally all over the place. There was over 1,000 SMS subscribers and they were all dead subscribers, which means that they are subscribed, but they are not converting, they're not interacting, they're not actually buying. So what that means is those are literally just dead SMS subscribers. They are nothing. There is no asset with the SMS list. Once I understood that, I knew exactly what I had to do, which I'll explain in just a second. But we had to set up automations, which means that anytime somebody comes to the site, whether they sign up for the SMS, whether they add to cart and not purchase, or they add to cart, go to checkout, but still don't purchase, there is a message that gets sent directly to their phone number. And the scripts that I use in these messages literally convert almost every time. So now if I pull it up here, we have a total of 2,341 SMS subscribers, which I'm gonna go ahead and make this clear now. I did not get all 2,000 of these, okay? I got around a little over 1,000. So in the last 90 days, we had 928, which me and Tane have been working longer than 90 days together. And in the last 90 days, we made $10,000 just off of SMS. And just to prove that this is a count, here it is, Ruler Attire. So now from here, we set up all these automations to go ahead and get funneled to everybody who added to cart or checked out or signed up for the SMS list, but they just did not purchase. Once I set this up, the money just started rolling in passively all the time because this here was working for us while we were asleep. And if you guys want to learn exactly on how to do this yourself and want to work one-on-one directly with me, it's going to be the first link down in the description. But now, once we set all that up, we went ahead and focused on meta ads structuring. I'm gonna get real deep into it, so grab your pen and paper. So now what I went ahead and did is I understood, okay, he has a really good solid fan base, making 4K with existing customers, perfect. Let's go ahead and get new customers. I instantly started spamming top of funnel. I had middle of funnel and bottom of funnel set up throughout the whole entire ad account, which means that top of funnel is strictly designed to go ahead and bring brand awareness, interact with the brand, and bring curiosity. And that's exactly what I continue to did for Tane. But now, not only did I have top of funnel, but I also had middle funnel. And since he is an influencer himself, I was literally just spamming pictures of him nonstop with a very strict funnel with A/B testing, which means that I'm testing one creative and another creative literally at the same exact time. I also had a CBO campaign, which means campaign budget optimization. This means that if one campaign has 20 different creatives, whatever budget you set it to, like let's just say you do $50 a day, that $50 is gonna get distributed all into those 20 ad creatives, which to be honest with you guys, $50 is just too small. That's like the minimum you guys can spend on ads. Bro, we were ripping like $250 a day. Like understand this, you need money in order to actually start your clothing brand or even scale your clothing brand. To be honest, you need around like 3 to 5K or so. If you guys are broke, or you guys don't really have funds laying around, this is just not gonna work for you at all. Trust me. So now, middle of funnel was there. We used his influence as leverage. And then our bottom of funnel, strictly urgency and offers. Hey, go ahead and get 20% off. Free shipping today only. Get a free item with an order over $99. We were literally just throwing everybody in the bottom of funnel irresistible offers, which means that if they see that ad, it's gonna hit them like, okay, nah, bro, I can't miss out on this. And that's exactly what you guys want. Remember, the whole entire part of this clothing brand is strictly just throwing emotions at your potential customer to convert them into a sale. Now, business owner, there are no emotions included in here. The second you start going ahead and using your emotions and just letting your emotions control your business, that's when everything is gonna fall apart. That's when you're gonna make bad decisions, lose out on really good offers, lose out on good positioning for your clothing brand, and even burn money with Meta. Yes, you heard me right. If you are using your emotions to go ahead and control your Meta ads, you're gonna burn money. I'm a victim of it myself. I've done this so many times for over a year, literally sabotaging myself because I'm using my emotions to go ahead and control a AI database. That's literally what I was doing. So the second you start using your emotions, because remember, Meta is literally used by AI. And the second you start using your emotions with AI, it doesn't make any sense, nor is it going to work for you. It takes people so long to actually figure out how to do Meta ads because it's a whole different skill set. Understand that clothing brand is one skill set, making clothes, actually designing them, actually getting them manufactured, promoting them, which is marketing. That's a whole different skill set. Going ahead and running paid ads, whole different skill set. Organic marketing, whole different skill set. And these are all individual skill sets that you guys have to learn. And this is exactly why majority of my students came to join here, because they understood that. They understand that if they continue to try to learn things on YouTube for free, little TikTok videos that are 60 seconds long, and they continue just to burn money, they are going to fail. And if you feel like that's you, you guys can work one-on-one directly with me. It's gonna be the first link down in the description. But once you understand emotions cannot be used, and you also understand that your website needs to be built to be high converting, and you guys have your SMS automation scripted out and funneled, and you have all three of those working together, Meta ads, website, and SMS, you will not be stopped. Nobody is going to stop you. Those are the three main key things. But there's one more that I have not went over yet that a lot of people miss. Let's go over it together. When you guys are going ahead and promoting your brand organically on Instagram, remember, this is the foundation. This is where people are gonna go ahead and decide, am I gonna click on that link in the bio? And if your Instagram is not positioned to actually make them click on that link, you will lose out on thousands of dollars. I repeat, thousands. And remember what I said, organic is a whole different skill set. First, ask yourself this, are my products even good? Do I have any viral videos? Have I been converting sales organically? If the answer is no, it is time to rethink exactly on what you guys are doing. Rethink, do I have the ability to actually do this myself? Once you guys figured out the answer, then you know exactly how to move forward. But now let's just say it actually is. Let's just say you guys are ripping, $3,000 a month organically. You need to run ads, and it needs to be structured out correctly. Like I said, top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel. Now, I scaled clothing brands that were stuck to over $20,000 a month. I scaled brands from 0 to even 15K a month in literally 90 days. And even one of my personal brands that I documented the whole process on my YouTube. It's called Wonder Bloody. I literally brought it from $0, less than 100 followers. I brought it to $45,000 in less than 90 days. Now, majority of you guys watching probably have been starting up your clothing brand for 6 months now, 1 year now, and never even seen $10,000. This is why. You are lacking in a skill set. You do not have the right knowledge or info. There's not a back-end system that's actually set up correctly. Your products could possibly be horrible and actually not trending, because keep in mind, you're competing against people like me, people who are making clothes that are absolutely insane, that are genuinely grabbing someone's attention, making them go to the website and purchasing over and over and over again daily. And if you are lacking in these aspects, and then there's someone like me who understands everything from A to Z, and a potential customer comes face to face with both of our brands, who are they gonna buy from? And that's my point. You need knowledge for your brand to become successful. If not, you will stay in the same position over and over and over again until you finally change. So, like I was saying, you guys could be running a brand for 6 months. And then there's me, who starts up a brand, and in less than 30 days, I ended up making 10K. Not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, but multiple times. Why do you guys feel like that is? Because there is a lack of skill set. Now, me, I've been doing this for so long. I bought so many different courses, mentorships, and did I get scammed a few times? Like I said, yeah, unfortunately, but if I never took that risk, would I be living in Miami? Would I have one of my dream cars? Would I be making the amount of money I'm making now? The answer is no. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and spend, $50,000 on mentorships, but what I'm saying, develop the skill set. You need to. Now, Tane is going ahead and getting a really good collection made. I'm already setting things up in the back end so that when he does go ahead and get all that content for me, I'm gonna show you guys 35,000 in 30 days. I'm gonna post it and document the whole process of it on YouTube. Same thing that goes along with my new clothing brand, Misfits Chaos. And you guys are gonna watch it from literally A to Z. And by that time, my one-on-one mentorship prices are gonna go up. So for those who do go ahead and apply today and get accepted, I'll see you guys on the other side. And for those who are just watching, I love you all. Peace.